Usain Bolt writes, inspiring letter to young President Ibrahim Traore of Burkina Faso. In a heartwarming gesture, Olympic sprinter Usain Bolt has penned a touching letter to President Ibrahim Traore, offering words of encouragement and support in the face of political challenges in his hometown of Jamaica. In the letter, Bolt shares his own experiences growing up in Jamaica, a country known for its rich culture and vibrant spirit, but also for its political challenges and social injustices. The legendary athlete opens up about the obstacles he faced on his path to success and how he overcame them with determination and perseverance. Bolt's letter serves as a powerful reminder to young President Ibrahim Traore that he is not alone in his struggles and that there is hope for a brighter future. The athlete's words of wisdom and encouragement are a source of inspiration for the young leader as he navigates the complexities of politics in Jamaica. Bolt's gesture highlights the importance of mentorship and support from successful individuals in shaping the future leaders of our world. His letter serves as a rallying cry for young people everywhere to pursue their dreams and never give up, regardless of the challenges they face. As we continue to see the impact of politics on our society, it is crucial for young leaders like President Ibrahim Traore to receive support and guidance from individuals who have faced similar challenges. Bolt's letter serves as a reminder that no matter where we come from, we all have the potential to make a positive impact on the world. In conclusion, Usain Bolt's inspiring letter to young President Ibrahim Traore is a powerful reminder of the resilience and determination needed to overcome political challenges. His words serve as a beacon of hope for the future generation of Jamaican, likewise African leaders, and a testament to the power of mentorship and support in shaping a better tomorrow.
Yesterday, this lady's son, who is 12 years old, right?
Yeah.
Was locked up by the Lottery Scam Task Force police officer who came to Trelawney and took her 12 years old son into custody, right? Now it is alleged that this 12-year-old was locked up because he refused to open his cell phone.
Never had been seen this yet. I dare you before my maiden take and I never see it yet.
It is all over social media that Beenie-Man get a jacket. That Beenie-Man's nice, pretty little girl, Crystal, is not Beenie-Man's child. It is all over social media. Not only is Crystal a jacket, it is being said, but it is also being said that even CARLENE gave herself a jacket.
What? Never had been seen this yet. I dare you before my maiden take and we never see it yet. So anybody see them lie, how we never see it yet.
Now welcome back to another exclusive for live. Now blessing goes out to all my viewers and all my subbies, all my well wishers. Like, share and also subscribe if you haven't done so already. Coming up in today's topic and review. Now I want to say much blessing and blessing my viewers and my subscribers. I want to thank you so much for tuning in to another exclusive for a topic discussion and review. Now my viewers and my subscribers, I noticed that my last broadcast, so many of my viewers were delighted to see what the young president is doing for his nation. Though the young president went to the church Sunday, and anytime the African ladies them may say, President Ibrahim Traore come at the church, a problem. Papa Jesus, what we are going, what we unfold, fire in the church. Come on now. I'm so God sweet. I'm so God sweet, mama. What you God sweet? Whoa, yeah. Papa Jesus. Why don't Africa dice, you know? What? Now look here what we have now. Also we have tension in 100 Lane. Residents continue to protest following police KILLING offered another 20-year-old young man. Also here we have a 12-year-old boy who was locked up by the police for not giving the police the PIN code to his phone. Now, even if the police suspect that this young man is involved in scamming, I want you to listen to what this police did and you tell me now if what kind of investigation this a police here do upon this 12-year-old young lad. And then these people don't want people to talk about these, and then these police, you know what I mean, feel like what they're doing is right when it can't be right. You can't conduct yourself like that because you won't solve no crime like that. All time days them there, brother. Anytime we don't want to people go to a station and beat them and interrogate them, want them to know a modern time now, brother. You have to stop them thing there.
Yesterday, this lady's son, who is 12 years old, right?
Yeah.
Was locked up by the Lottery Scam Task Force police officers who came to Trelawney and took her 12 years old son into custody, right? Now it is alleged that this 12-year-old was locked up because he refused to open his cell phone. Now, this is a young man. The police have not released him, but he has not been charged with any crime. But he has been released this morning. Right? Young man, tell me what happened to you yesterday. Let me know what happened.
Yesterday, they put me on the ground.
Alright, then they said them put you on the ground. Tell me, who put you on the ground?
The police officer. He take me up on the ground. Hold me ears and don't move till he tell me to get up.
So stop there. So where were you when this happened?
In our kitchen.
So you're in the kitchen and the police came there?
Yes.
And what the police said to you?
They tell me to open the phone.
Police said open the phone?
Yeah.
Did you open the phone?
No, because I never remember my password.
And what happened when you don't open the phone?
They tell me to go up on the ground. And one of them, they threatened me so they go beat me.
So did you go on the ground?
Yes.
And what happened when you went on the ground?
They tell me to hold my ears.
To hold the ears?
Yes.
What do you mean by hold the ears?
Go on my elbow. And go on my elbow.
Don't know that, man. Don't know that.
They tell me to hold my ears and put me on my elbow.
Now my viewers and my subscribers, it would be unfair to paint every police officer with the brush of one police officer, as my view, as on the spot would say. But until the just police them come out and speak up against this injustice from their colleagues, they leave us with no other choice than to paint them with the same brush as them colleague, cause them have to remember say them have kids as well, and these police might just do that to your kids as well. So as a police officer, you have to come out and speak up and say this is wrong, or else we have to hold you accountable for it too as well. All I know.
So did you do that?
Yes.
How did it feel?
It feel hard and tired. It feel hard and me tired.
So how long you have your elbow for?
5 minutes.
5 minutes? Holding your ears?
Okay. I'm trying to tell me to get up.
Tell you to get up?
And then after
start louder, man.
And then after I put me in a bus with some other man. And after they bring me come a farmer. And then they that question me when my brother they gone.
So when you say question, what do you mean? Who was there when they were questioning you?
Some police officer.
Oh, so only police were in the bus with you?
Yeah.
How old are you?
12 years old.
You're 12 years old?
Yeah.
So, where them carry you go after you leave in the bus?
They bring me come a Falmouth first.
Which part of Falmouth?
Falmouth police station. And then after, they bring me to Stuarttown. Stuarttown police station to put me in a jail cell.
I put in a jail cell?
Yeah.
Oh Lord. So tell me about the jail cell where they put you in.
In the day cold and in the day smell bad. They sleep on the floor.
Sleep on the floor?
Yeah.
Tell me some more about in the jail cell.
And no toilet never in the way of people on the ground.
Same place you sleep?
Yeah.
Oh Lord. So when did you come out of jail?
Today.
Huh?
Today.
You come out of jail today?
Yeah.
Okay. Mother? Mother?
Yes, sir.
So your son has been released, right?
Yes, sir.
How are you feeling now?
I feel very good. I feel like
Good. Now, he has been released. Has he been charged for any crime?
No.
Not charged for anything?
No.
So he was locked up for nothing then?
Nothing.
But this is the Jamaica that we're living in. This is the Jamaica that we're living in. Where you have members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force. To be specific, the Lottery Scam Task Force officers came to Trelawney, asked the youngster to open the phone. He told him he didn't remember the password. And what they did, they placed him on his, what, your belly? Placed him on his belly, told him to hold his ears, for 5 minutes. The 12-year-old guy, right? 5 minutes to have him there. And then, when the young man was unable to open the cell phone, they carry him and lock up the 12-year-old into a jail cell in Stewartown, Trelawney. Now, if this is the Jamaica that we are going to live in, I want the Prime Minister of Jamaica, Right Honorable Dr. Andrew Holness, and I want the opposition leader, Mr. Mark Golden, the Jamaican for Justice, and everybody, you need to intervene because this cannot continue. It is getting from bad to worse. There are laws in this country, and the police, as well as we as citizens, are to respect it and obey. Alright? Good.
Now, if you're a parent, how do you feel after watching that video? To know that your 12-year-old son, a person that sworn take the oath to uphold the law and the safety of that 12-year-old young man, take it upon himself to basically abuse this young man, traumatize this young man for life because he's only 12 and his experience, that way him experience with the police gonna go with him for a long time. Is that the nation we want? And then the insult on top of it, yeah, we have a government that says he's there for the people. You hear this lawyer a call upon the government, and I know none of them that should be there, the people them that will vote for protect us, now protect us from the very people within the system. Can't you see what's unfolding in Jamaica? And this is what number 28 want. He's doing this deliberately. Come on, start a war, a revolution in the country for hold on to power. We can see it clearly, and you might use the police them, but these police, they don't understand what they're doing to the nation, and them feel like because them have them gun, we can't talk to them just analyze it, and the government tell them to. No, as you can see, the people them are getting fed up, frustrated, everything, as he said in this broadcast.
As I like to say, we are in the promising season, and there are some politicians who are going to come to you knowing your frustration, knowing your disgruntlement, knowing your anger, and try to feed upon that frustration, feed upon that anger, and make promises.
Now you hear that, people? Now, analyzing that, yeah, in my knowledge of Jamaica, is simple saying that because the people them frustrated and everything aggressive, hungry, everything, the politician just come now, play upon them intelligent, give them a little money, and give them the GUN, and turn them against each other. And then what this gonna lead to? A time, as me say, the people who are the backbone, the strength of Jamaica, stand up for the family. Now, if me as a parent, me I tell you what me I do, because people of Jamaica, look at these police. What do they fear the most? Once you take out your phone and go live, them afraid of camera, body cam, them afraid of body cam. Because body cam hold them accountable. Now, if me as the father of that 12-year-old youth, me know say me I put on my boxing gloves, because me know say me a boy, me work out my little old self. You see me I said to you, me I put on my boxing gloves, and me I make sure get my police friend, and me I make sure get the radio station, and me I make sure same time I go to the police station, and me I sit down out of the police station with the movie camera and everything, cause this I go live, I say as him step out of the station, and me and him, let's go. Light, camera, action. You are a civilian now. Let's go. You's a baby bad man. Let's go. Cause you know what? You're a baby bad man, Mr. Officer. You are a baby bad man. Let's go. Me have on my gloves. I'm with the live. So shoot me upon live. Let's go. Put up your hand. Let's go. Man to man. You little. Let's go. I'm a up your face. You try to know that in front of me you would pan live so the world see. Because the government not take no action, so the people them have to start take them actions in the own legal way because I'm afraid of camera. Because if this police did know say my body camera, him wouldn't behave like that, so we are carry the camera to honor. Anyways part of the way I bring it to honor. And that the citizens them have to do. Don't get up and catch fire and burn down the place and act like when I hear that. Take it to the individual. Find him. Go down at the police station where you know him station. Wait outside there with the radar station with your gloves on. When them operate like this, we have to make them feel afraid to come out of the station as a civilian. Cause we're outside of the station, pan your brother, and we are go loud. We're not staying in the dark, we are go loud cause I'm afraid of the light, unafraid of the light, unafraid of the camera light, and we are come loud pan you. We feel like say, we are go take with justice in a brother, yeah? Try know that cause we are go live pan you till you look, you can just step out of the station, a be a light in your face, so you see a man, a father, hungry father, and I'm gloves, ready for your boy, he's a civilian. So you better make sure say you can defend yourself as a civilian. Just like entering the blue and your big gun by your side and you want to take advantage of people picnic. This is your fault. You have the right to defend yourself man to man. Win, lose or draw, we have it out. Because the funny thing is, if a civilian did do that to your son, you'd have go find him and beat him down. Well, I said we so across the board, it no matter. And you should be even quicker if you go defend it. Because you know why? That's the person of the law. Violate you, son. You're mad? He should be protecting my son and him do that to my son. That means I don't have no respect for you. My respect for you, low. As me see you, may I knock you out. Straight. One right hand. Boot up my ground. And you can withstand. We go at it. And if you beat me down so, but at least me know me try. And it I go wake you up for know say yeah, next time you go out there, no do that to a next person's son. Because a person go come at you where you never expect in that way. Cause no phone no police, anytime look on you, me no know where them a feed or no. All the little one now we beat up little 15-year-old. And it look on little Marga Brown police boy now. Can't bet say the father and big brother just go out there go bust him up. Cause him a police, him a criminal, insult. And since you is a bad man, Mr. Officer, let's go. Since you can attack my 12-year-old son, let's see if you can go man to man, me and you, on life. Cause we are going to have it out. Because the government now take no action. So we have to start take our own action. And that's going to happen in Jamaica. Because the nation now going to make it just continue, analyze us without no accountability. Japan offer you, Jamaica, 400 cameras and the Jamaican government refuse it. Because clearly we all can see that this government afraid of accountability. Look, it's real. This is the government right here that in court right now, you know. As I speak, you know, as in they are wait for a third term, you know, that have the Integrity Commissioner of Jamaica in court. The case shall be called up in October. So him just a wait for win, which me know is impossible. Cause God nah sleep. 28, God nah sleep. You think God like this 28? May I ask you? So what kind of God would this be then? If you can do this and him like what you are do. Everybody matters. And you know what? I could never be so stupid to question the work of the Almighty. Because the Creator work in mysterious ways. So what is to be must be. And whatever him have in store, we shall see. But me know, say my Creator, him say all and him say, just a little time, be patient, and you shall see the reward of the wicked.
Within the first 100 days of government, we will start the legislative process to introduce term limits on the office of Prime Minister. Within the first 100 days of our government, we will start the legislative process to institute, and I want you to listen to me carefully, and I want you to listen to me carefully, and I want you to listen to me carefully, and I want you to listen to me carefully. Impeachment proceedings in Parliament. This will add another layer of protection of the Parliament to ensure that only members of unquestioned integrity sit in the Parliament. Within our first 100 days of government, we will start the legislative process to fix the date for general elections in Jamaica. So no government will be able to come and make false promises and hide the truth and tell you half truths and trick you into voting for them, and then when them win, them throw on poison for you.
Let me tell you something. You see what you did do? Can't robot. You see what you did do? You see if you did do that and you can't, nobody did do that.
Why is it that you think it's fair that only kids on path should receive a free school meal? Does that make sense? Doesn't every single child that's in Jamaica help make Jamaica where it is? Why the separation? Why? Tell me. Why the wickedness? Why some should have and some should bow to you? You're looking for a servant, bruv. A servant you look for in Jamaica, you know. You want people to bow to you. And you want to come like you're the savior, like you're a god to the people them. You are a man. Be a man with a good heart. Reverse back the politician pay 28 and gain back some dignity from the people.
How can this provision of shelter be improved? As I like to say, we are in the promising season, and there are some politicians who are going to come to you knowing your frustration, knowing your disgruntlement, knowing your anger, and try to feed upon that frustration, feed upon that anger, and make promises that may sound good to you now, but cannot be fulfilled.
Number 28, you go on like say, you take the people them for fool, you know. If you were doing what you were doing while you were in power, would the people them be frustrated? And do you think the people them need you to tell them say them frustrated? And
as I like to say, we are in the promising season, and there are some politicians who are going to come to you knowing your frustration, knowing your disgruntlement, knowing your anger, and try to feed upon that frustration.
If them change them vote for promises is no guarantee. But what guarantee does the people them have with you? Forgot you another 4 years of frustration? Brother, pack your bags, brother, and tap it fuck up on the internet star. Me tired of it, you know. You's a disgrace to Jamaican. You need to go take a look at the African leader Ibrahim Traore. You need to take a look at a leader. That's a leader. You come with your big listener, man. Don't make me get rude pan you and disrespectful, brother. You need to just step down and tap your arms up on the internet, man. We tired of it, man. Why you be so we are fool, brother? Why you think so? Why you feel like so we love, man, brother? You feel like so we love you more than now we love ourselves? I want them to you. Una now go know you know. Until you don't know you know. Yeah, man. Can't really take people for idiot. Just wait until the police them yeah talk to open up on you. And then you know, cause them they're the only thing we are saving right now, you know. You try know that. You have to you over here make all of the police and clear up the youth them. Look at this 12-year-old youth now. And me don't hear you come out come talk about it. And then you come here come chat half your mouth. Like so we care what you think. We don't care what you think, bruv. We vote for who we want to vote for. And we know so we now vote for you. And you are the one that make all of the promises them and don't fulfill it. And then you come and tell about say the next party I make promise to us. What about the promises that you make that you haven't fulfilled? Ain't that important? Listen, man, you better back up, man. I want them to you. Now my viewers, as promised, as I mentioned in my last broadcast, I shall be sharing clips of this truly amazing individual, President Ibrahim Traore. This man have shaken the world. No, you have some like a waste man, rest of them a leader, want this kind of credit, but they will never get it, and them need to dust off themselves and go back and take a look at this young man. Now hear this, truly amazing.
This photo safe as it forms the foundation of today's story. When I looked at it, a thought came to mind. If you don't have the strength to finish a fight, don't start it. We all have moments of doubt. We all have our weaknesses, and we all have our faults. No one is perfect. Why did this thought come to my mind? It's because this photo was taken between 2009 and 2010. The person in the photo was about 20 years old at the time, very young, and just starting his military training. The photo was taken in a military camp during that period. At that time, this man, a beginner soldier with a private rank, didn't realize that he would one day become one of the most influential leaders of all time, achieving what many could never have imagined through a coup. Today, he is youngest president in world and has become a powerful political force, making headlines worldwide with his extraordinary actions. But first, let me take you back in time to a long time ago. On September 5th, 1852, in a building called Corinthian Hall, a well-known abolitionist, Frederick Douglass, stood before the Ladies' Anti-Slave Society and spoke words that flowed like blood in the veins of African Americans. Even today, those words continue to circulate across the hills and valleys of Africa because they marked the moment when Americans in the USA began to rise against oppression. At that time, Frederick Douglass boldly said, "Listen and hear me well. A slave who does not fight for his freedom, who refuses to rise against bondage, will remain a slave forever and does not merit concern." He meant that a slave who does not struggle to free himself from slavery will always remain enslaved, and such a person does not deserve any comfort. When we talk about a slave who does not deserve to be concerned because he sits and waits for others to come and free him, it reminds me of words recently spoken at the 2023 Afro-Russian Summit in St. Petersburg. Russia came from a young man, a soldier, and now the father of 2 children, who has become a symbol of defiance against European colonizers who continue to take advantage of Africa with their dishonest tactics. The person I am referring to is Ibrahim Traore, who was present at a conference with the world's greatest leaders, including President Vladimir Putin, who vowed to stop Washington's interference in the politics of other countries. Ibrahim Traore said,
"Not a single question that is being asked. We don't have an answer, and it turns out that here we can wash our linseed because we feel like a family. It feels like a family in the sense that Russia is also a family for Africa."
He accurately quoted the words Frederick Douglass said in 1852, which means this young man thoroughly read books without skipping and understood what was hidden within them. Those from the West call him a military junta, but he says that this also speaks to him. As for others who have heard what he says, what he does, and his political struggles, they immediately accepted what Magdalena Vilaba called metempsychosis in 1976. In this theory, this scholar boldly claimed that in this mindset, when a person dies, their soul leaves their body and wanders in the air until it enters another person who then acts and behaves as the previous person did. Those who observed this concluded, no doubt, when Thomas Isidore Noel Sankara, the hero and renowned figure from Burkina Faso, died tragically on October 15, 1987, his soul left Ouagadougou, where he died, and traveled past the Kokologo region, passing through the bowls of Kudugu and Dedugu. By the following year, 1988, it had settled in the commune of Bundukui, where Ibrahim Traore was born that same year, and grew up to resemble Thomas Sankara. The prophecies in the writings of Magdalena Vilaba, Kurt Friedrich Gödel, and Arthur Schopenhauer which claimed souls would leave one person and enter another, were fulfilled in the land of Burkina Faso, known as the land of upright men, as the people of Burkina Faso proudly say in their praises and tributes to their hero, Thomas Sankara. Up until now, if you've been paying attention, the main story is about sharing some specific details about the world's youngest president. The president of Burkina Faso, Captain Ibrahim Traore. I know you've heard a lot about him, but let me tell you something unique that you might not have known about this man who chose not to laugh, because there is nothing to laugh about in this world. Let's dive into the thoughts and ideologies of this bold man who swore to lead the country.
Wearing face mask like the ninja warriors from faraway lands such as Yamachiro, Iga, and Yamato. I'm sharing how this man respected and revered in Africa lived a humble life without the luxury calls that many of the African presidents enjoy, while the citizens suffer from hunger and poverty. In the 2 years Traore in power rejected the salary that presidents usually receive and chose to continue his salary as the military. You know why? Because he lives in a simple house, not a palace like other leaders. Oh, so know about this man's survival of the sinister plot to overthrow him, a conspiracy funded with the 5 billion CFA by some of the enemies. You should understand the depths of his life and how, yes, transformed his country, Burkina Faso. At this point, one might wonder who is Captain Ibrahim Traore, where he come from to find himself in the highest seat of power in Burkina Faso.
Now, my viewers, this is the true meaning of a leader, and I'm intrigued by this man, and I shall be bringing more interesting development about this young man, Ibrahim Traore. He's a God-blessed man. Yeah, man. Now, I'm going back to local style. Back to stress.
It is all over social media that Beenie-Man get a jacket. That Beenie-Man's nice, pretty little girl, Crystal, is not Beenie-Man's child. It is all over social media. Not only is Crystal a jacket, it is being said, but it is also being said that even CARLENE gave herself a jacket, because they're saying the child doesn't belong to CARLENE, and CARLENE essentially took a woman's child, another woman's child, pretending that she was pregnant, and gave the child to Beenie-Man.
Now, my viewers, when I hear them something, I have to take bad things and make laugh. One died. But what that night is saying, him saying that him interviewed the lady, and the lady is saying that she got grape, and her son, all daughter did come into the world. Now I don't know, but I see this trending on the internet, but I don't know my viewers. I just see it and I share it with you lot. You lot probably know more than me, so you can let me know down in the comment section. Because as far as my understanding, 119 is saying that this lady, who is the mother of the child, is saying that a grape, she get grape. So I wonder if Beenie-Man do the DNA, if it all come back and say Crystalline daughter for real. Papa Jesus, so no make it make sense to me. Yeah.
All over social media that Beenie-Man get a jacket. That Beenie-Man's nice, pretty little girl, Crystal, is not Beenie-Man's child. It is all over social media. Not only is Crystal a jacket, it is being said, but it is also being said that even CARLENE gave herself a jacket, because they're saying the child doesn't belong to CARLENE, and CARLENE essentially took a woman's child, another woman's child, pretending that she was pregnant, and gave the child to Beenie-Man. Personally, it is not something that I wanted to comment on, because CARLENE is my friend. Beenie-Man is also someone I know personally. Beenie-Man is also a brethren. And but it is very difficult. It is something that I've been grappling with, whether or not I should come here to comment on this issue. As someone who has some knowledge about this issue, I don't think it should go without comment from me, because I am 100% certain that this issue with Beenie-Man, CARLENE, and their daughter has not been researched by anybody in the world as much as it has been researched by me, 119. And so that is why I took the decision, the very hard, the very tough decision to do this. I learned of this matter while I was doing research to write a book on Beenie-Man. Who Am I? The Untold Story of Beenie-Man. And when I learned of it, I did extensive research on this issue. I went downtown to Tower Street, Wildman Street, I say name, Beeston Street, oh, not Beeston Street, Wildman Street, Tower Street, all them little street there. I went and did my investigations. I spoke to a young lady named Karen. I went into her house, saw where she slept. She live in a rickety, when I say rickety, one run down sitting where look like it'll collapse any minute. And I spoke to Karen. Karen said she had a baby, and she gave the baby to CARLENE. Now, anything that I say here cannot be proven now, because Karen died. She died from HIV/AIDS. But I did interview her, and I do have the recordings of those interviews that I conducted with her. I went into her home. Karen was sleeping on a piece of wood, 2 pieces of wood, put up on 4 blocks, and she spread a piece of cardboard over it. That is what Karen was sleeping on. And I can only relate to what Karen told me, for which I have the records. And most importantly, this story that is now emerging on social media is in the book I wrote, Who Am I? The Untold Story of Beenie-Man. It is in the book. What Karen said is in the book. What the people them say is in the book. Karen told me that the same thing I hear on social media. As a CARLENE and this gentleman Adon was driving through, saw her baby, was impressed with her baby, her very, very, very young baby, and CARLENE returned with groceries for her and goodies and money and all kind of thing, and took her baby. And that the baby's father, this is what Karen told me personally, that the baby's father was in prison. That is what Karen told me. She could not care for the baby, and so she was so happy when CARLENE took the baby. I did some further checks and knew that CARLENE was abroad for a long time, and that CARLENE came back after being abroad for a while, and there was this little girl that was given to Beenie-Man. Now, as I said earlier, I know CARLENE, and CARLENE is a decent girl. Very, very, very nice girl. I like CARLENE. I must tell you the truth. And it is very sad that this thing is all over social media now, besmirching her name, her good name, and her image, because CARLENE has done so much for dancehall. You might not know, but before Bogle, before all of the, everybody know where I make money off of dancing. You know who CARLENE a thing. All the dancers out there, the dancehall dancers, we are go foreign, go dance, we are go pan tour, go teach people for, all I know where I teach people for dance, we are dance and I make money. You know who CARLENE a thing, because it was CARLENE who first emerged as a dancehall dancer who became famous. So CARLENE is the pioneer of all that. And so it pains my heart to see people on social media dragging her through the mud now. But this story has been out there for a while, and I think it is time for my friend CARLENE. I'm encouraging you to come forward and deny these rumors that have been swirling around. And it is not only a rumor, because I have spoken to several persons, including the child's mother, Karen. But as the child grew, the child became the dead stamp of Beenie-Man. They look like Beenie-Man so much that I started to dismiss it and said, no, nothing can go so, because this little girl is obviously Beenie-Man's child. And so I think it is important that both Beenie-Man and CARLENE come forward. It is not fair to the little girl, but not only for the sake of this beautiful, bright, smart little girl, but also for the sake of the peace of mind for both you, Beenie-Man and CARLENE. This matter must be dealt with, and be dealt with once and for all. It is a very, very, very shocking thing. Very shocking. And it should be put to rest and be put to bed. And I really feel it for Crystal Davis. She's such a sweet young miss, such a sweet young lady. But I am yet to reveal something that Karen told me that I was grappling with whether I should reveal, but I'm going to reveal it. I didn't want to do this because of Crystal. Karen told me that how she ended up with the baby who she alleged that she gave CARLENE, and I don't know that that baby is Crystal, but Karen told me that how she ended up with that baby was that she was raped. And she told me the full story about how she went to a dance, while walking home from the dance, a man dragged her into an abandoned building and raped her, and that's how she got the baby. And the man went to prison as a result. That is the story. And I think it is my duty as someone who investigated this matter to come and tell you. And who don't know already, say 119 now have no luck when it come to dancehall artists and the business of getting jacket. Who don't know, say the last dancehall artist when me call him name in the same sentence as me call the word jacket. get bring up on me, I want to turn me down up to today. He want to turn me down. So when it comes to this business of jacket, 119 have to be very careful. But anyway, that is the story, ladies and gentlemen. Over to you, CARLENE and Beenie-Man. 119. It is all over social media that Beenie-Man get a jacket.